Alright guys, what's going on? We've got the 8th war of Season 22 here, and today 4Loki is going to be facing an Asian alliance whose name I can't pronounce. So, going into this war, they were in 3rd place overall in Masters, so they've been doing really well. We knew it was going to be a difficult war, and after our Thanksgiving Day war, we had kind of decided as an alliance that we were going to pull it together, get a win under our belt. So let's go ahead and take a look at their map here. These guys have a lot of rank 3 defenders, a lot of rank 3 6-stars, very good rosters, arguably better like defense rank ups than what we have. So yeah, just taking a look here. I don't see anything super out of the ordinary. Man Thing on Path 1 and Section 1 is good placement. Mordo on Path 5 and Section 1 is okay placement, but Dr. Doom makes that fight relatively easy. Rank 3 6-star Korg on Node 23, I know I'm going to be taking that fight. Let's see here. Long Shot on Vigor, I've never seen that before. I'm not sure what that fight would look like. Iron Man Infinity War on the Buffet node is pretty easy for Magneto. Alright, and then Void in his usual placement. And then I see Nick Fury on Path 7 in Section 2, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to be taking that fight. And I see a rank 3 Domino right before him, which makes me really nervous. I was not nervous at all for the Nick Fury, but I was extremely nervous for the Domino. I got like a little bit of advice for that fight going in, and then we've got a rank 3 Killmonger boss, which I can only assume that Legacy will be taking with his Cosmic Ghost Rider. So, alright, let's go ahead and choose our team here. Bring in an Archangel, and I'm just checking to see if there's any synergies, like if it matters if I bring Sabretooth or Deadpool, and it doesn't. So I'm going to be starting off on Path 2 here. I was not nervous about these fights at all. I'm really comfortable fighting Sorcerer Supreme. This can be a really dangerous node, especially if you can't evade Sorcerer Supreme's Special 1. If you get an armor break on you and she has that Fury, it hits very, very hard through the block. But I do know how to evade her Special 1, so I'm not super concerned. So I'm going to go in here. My plan was to do medium light and then heavy, but my spores fell off, so... And this node also makes it to where if I don't use a special, she gains a bunch of Furies. So, pushed her to a special 2, that's fine. I like the willpower healing that you get from her debuffs. But you can see that just with our first special, we almost had her down. I'm going to go ahead and use another special 1, keep the Furies off, and we finish with a full yellow bar, which is awesome. Didn't even have to take recoil. This Mole Man I wasn't particularly nervous about, but I have a difficult path ahead, so I didn't want to take a bunch of recoil damage. So I used a Power Start 1 so that I could use a special 2 against him. And you're gonna see that that this bug, that was not a bug, that was my fault, but this bug with Omega Special 2, I've never seen it trigger against an extra large champion before, like Korg it never triggers, but it's gonna trigger against Mole Man, and it's just really, really annoying. Like, I wish that Kabam would just fix that, because it makes using Omega and War more difficult than it should be. But either way, we got out of the fight. Just cost us a potion. And now we are going to move on to Node 23 Korg. This is a rank 3 6-star, and this is going to be a pretty sloppy fight. Like, I probably should have died to it. So, a lot of you guys have asked me why I don't evade Korg's Special 1 in this fight, and honestly, it's for safety. Like, I've seen too many really skilled players who can 100% evade his Special 1, just mistime it during war, and get absolutely destroyed. So this fight, I'm going to change up my strategy a little bit and do medium light, and then back off, and that usually baits him into dashing towards me. So you can see I can build up a lot of spores this way. So here I'm going to go in, and I accidentally triggered dexterity. So now he has 3 crowd excitements. So his special one will be unblockable, which is not good. So I'm going to go ahead and use the special 3 here to try to reset. Get his rock shield stacks gone. And yeah, but he still is going to have those 3 crowd excitements. So now I'm going to go in, get rid of his prowess. His excitements are almost gone. I'm just trying to block, and there I accidentally dexterity. So I have to evade the special 1 because he does have prowess built up. And I was pretty happy with that evade. And then here I'm going to go for a block, and it was his special 1 was still unblockable. And thank goodness none of the hits crit. If those would have crit, I'm pretty sure I would have died. He had enough prowess to kill me, I think. Alright, so here we're going to use a special to get some adrenaline healing. All of his crowd excitements are gone. So now we're just going to go back into our original strategy, finish with a special 1 to get a little bit of healing, but it doesn't quite kill him, so we end up taking recoil damage. And yeah, so that fight was a lot more eventful than it probably needed to be, unfortunately, but we did make it out, which is all that really matters. So, okay, now we're going to move on to this Domino fight. I was very, very nervous for this fight. I changed my masteries completely. Tater sent me some video footage of how to best handle this fight, but I was still a little bit skeptical. So this is powerful from afar and spite. So the first thing I want to do is back off to get a clean parry off against her. And you can see she does have the power gain, but I'm not worrying about it in the beginning. She does keep going lucky, but again, I'm not super concerned. She's being really free with her special 1s, which is helpful. So now I'm going to get my first neurotoxin on her, which will reduce her ability accuracy by 40%. So now I've got 4 of them. So now the node is completely turned off. I want her to throw this special 2. Perfect. Okay, going back in, hit once. Another heavy. Anytime she's lucky and I parry, I need to back off. Alright, so now all of my neurotoxins are gone, but I did get 5 bleeds on her, which is good. Alright. Another heavy attack. She's got 3 now, so she's completely shut down again. And yeah, that fight went really, really well. I was very concerned about it. I was told not to overthink it, so I didn't. And then I came into this fight super confident, so I went back in, changed my masteries again. And this is going to be an absolute nightmare. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm just going to make so many mistakes in this fight. So I'm trying to back off here, get him to back up. He doesn't back up, so I end up just parrying. Alright, I'm going to lock in my spores, but I only have 7 on him. I usually try not to lock them in until I have like 10. So you can see that already my bleed is gone. I got a good re-parry there, but my bleed is already gone and he's at 7 spores. So now unless I throw a special 2, which I'm not going to do, I'm not going to be able to get up above 7 spores. And that is really, really bad for this fight, because with Aspect of Evolution, the more times he fills a bar of power, so basically the longer the fight goes on, the harder he's going to hit into my block. And this is where I made my kind of fatal mistake in this fight. So I should not have been blocking his special 2s when he was still in his first life. That was just incredibly stupid, but I'm going to do it because in my mind it's like the game plan, so I'm going to stick to it. And they're just starting already to hit so hard through the block. So I think that around the time that he loses his life model decoy, even just in his first life, the last hit of the special 2 is going to be doing like 7,000 damage through the block. So you can imagine what it's going to do in his second life when he has that fury. Alright, so once again I'm going to stupidly block that special 2. I was getting really concerned at this point. Here we go. Stupidly block another special 2. And now I'm going to wait for all of his health to come back. Got a good intercept there, just trying to get some spores on him, because I know I'm going to be taking block damage in this second life. So this is going to power drain him. It should do a good amount of damage. Alright, here we go. I don't block that special too, which was actually smart. Alright, lock in 0 spores here. Just get degen on him. And here he's going to go unblockable. So there we go. My invulnerability boost is gone now. Dashed in. Now he's got 2 Furies. I don't even realize it. He's going to throw the special 2. I'm at 29%. I block it. And it took 1/3 of my health away. So stupid. I should not have died. The last 2 times I did that fight, it went so much better. And yeah, so at this point I was really upset. I messaged my battle group officer, and I was being cheap, so I asked if it would be okay if I went back in here with Archangel instead of Omega Red. He said yes, so I changed my masteries again, put on the Archangel masteries for the most part. And I'm going to come in here. And he's going to do 5 hits on my block, or 4 hits, takes him to a special 1, immediately throws the special 1. Now he's at another special 1. I need to bait out a heavy attack, and I eat the last part of it. The spacing was different on Archangel's dashback than it is on Omega's. So now I need to go in. I'm trying to get like a neurotoxin on him so that when I make him not indestructible anymore, hopefully he'll just die. But you can see that isn't happening, so now I need to bait out a special 2. At this point, I know that this is not good. I'm like, oh my gosh, no, this is going to be the first time since I've been in 4 Loki that I'm going to die 2 times in one war. I was trying to push him up above 2 bars of power, throws the special 1, and that's 2 deaths to the same fight. And I'm not really going to get into how upset I was at this point. I took a break for like a couple hours. I had 6-hour boosts on, so I just went and did other things, didn't think about the game, or tried not to think about the game, healed up Omega and Archangel just in case, and just watch how many fights this would have, or watch how many hits this would have taken with Omega had I just healed him up in the first place. So I'm just blocking. Gonna lock in my spores. It's 2 hits and he's dead. So completely stupid. I should not have gone in with Archangel. I can't believe I did that. Very disappointing. By far my worst war since joining 4 Loki. I felt so bad. And we did end up winning this war, which is nice. But you can see we died 5 times as an alliance, which is amazing. And 2 of those 5 were from me. So I made up 40% of the deaths for this alliance war, for the entire alliance. I mean, absolutely horrible. Nothing feels worse than dying in this game, in Alliance War. And to do it twice in one war, especially twice to the same fight, like, it was just not a good night. So, hopefully we can bounce back and just get it out of our heads so that it doesn't affect the rest of the season. But as you can see, 4 Loki as an alliance is back on track, which is awesome. Hopefully we can keep performing well. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.